JK flip-flop diagram you can see, and you also saw what is the problem with respect to race around condition. If you remember, I had also talked about edge triggered flip-flop. Edge triggered flip-flop. So this race around condition problem is there. We have three solutions for this. Number one solution is, instead of using pulse triggered flip flop, we use a edge triggered flip flop. Edge triggered flip flop, what happens? The state changes only at the edge of the clock. If it is positive edge triggered, it will change only at this edge. And if it is a negative edge triggered, it will change only at this negative edge. So either positive edge or negative edge. This race around condition is happening when clock is high. This clock is high, till that time this will happen. But if you start using edge triggered flip flop, if you start using edge triggered flip flop, and which is changing the state only at positive edge or only at negative edge, that is one of the solution. So this will not happen. It is using edge triggered control. We will not use pulse trigger, we will use edge trigger. So this is one solution. Second solution is what they say is to decrease the clock to increase the clock frequency. Now, what do you mean by increasing the clock frequency? Increasing the clock frequency means it will remain 1 for less number of time. It will remain 0 for less number of time. So what they generally say, that half of this time period, this, why I am saying half of the time period, because it is working on this positive level only. So this half of the time period, if it is less than propagation delay, if you remember, I had talked about propagation delay in last class. If this, by the time the propagation delay happens for first NAND gate, second NAND gate, and this feedback, by that time, if this pulse goes off, then this race around condition will not happen. But this is not that practical solution, but this is one of the theoretical solution given. So the second solution is when T by 2, that means the time when your race around condition is happening for this half of the pulse, if that time is less than the propagation delay time, by the time this feedback comes back again to toggle, by that time this clock high pulse would have gone. So this toggling will not happen. So this is one more solution. And third and most common solution is master slave JK flip flop. Master slave JK flip flop. You all please note that master slave JK flip flop behaves as a negative edge triggered flip flop only. Okay, please make a note of this point, that master slave JK flip flop is nothing but it behaves as a negative edge triggered flip flop. And I had told as the first solution that if we are able to get edge triggered, you know how do we make an edge trigger? You can see I'm making on the screen. If I have a clock here and if I make a pulse detector, circuit, this clock level triggered will go in, but it will give me a pulse. I had shown this in one of the class also. It gives me a pulse. So if I use this pulse detector circuit here at the clock will go in, pulse will come out, and then it can behave as a pulse triggered flip flop. But that requires an extra circuit of this pulse detector. Okay. If I'm using this pulse detector circuit and then I am making this JK flip flop, it will be fine. But another most common, most economical method is using a master slave JK flip flop. So next I need to teach you master slave JK flip flop. I will show you the diagram. Okay, see this is your master slave JK flip flop. You need to note this diagram. What you can see in this is you have this is a SR latch only. Can you see? This is a SR latch only, and this is also an SR latch. So you have two SR latches, and one of the feedback Q is going for the along with K, and Q bar is going along with J. So we are inserting one more latch here, and we call this as master and we call this as slave. If you remember, when we had done master slave SR flip flop, there also we had this. Only the extra part is this feedback only. So you need to make a note of this diagram now. This is your master slave JK flip flop. One method is you can simply go and make this feedback like this. One method is this: when you make a feedback, from output of one of the SR latch to the input of the first SR latch. So with this, it becomes a master slave JK flip flop. So please make a note of this circuit so that I can proceed further quickly. Okay, you make a note of this circuit. I will show you one more method of master slave JK flip flop. Okay, see, one option is you make the feedback from Q and Q bar like this, the way it is shown. This is possible only if you are making a circuit using NAND gates. Okay, so if you are given NAND gates, you can do this connection and you will get your master slave JK flip flop if you are getting a NAND gate. But if you are not given a NAND gate, and you are given the blocks or the ICs of SR flip flop only, what is the other method that I will show you now? Now, can you see this circuit? Yes. Can you see this circuit? What is happening here? You have a SR flip-flop given and another SR flip-flop given. Now I have to make a JK flip-flop out of this. Then what can be done? You will be having an external AND gate. And the feedback will be provided in the same way. Q along with K and Q bar along with J. It is one and the same thing. So what you can see here is there are two circuits given. The previous one, what I had shown you, was making a JK flip-flop using NAND gate. When you make a JK flip-flop using NAND gate, you can have initially 3 input NAND gate and later 2 input NAND gate, and it will behave as master slave JK flip-flop. The second circuit, what I'm showing you now, it is using SR flip-flop. So when you are making master slave JK flip-flop using SR flip-flop, you will have to make this external connection using AND gate with the feedback from Q and Q bar of the second SR flip-flop. I hope it is clear to you what is happening here. So now what will happen? Let us understand the working of it. What will happen now? When you have a positive clock pulse, your first master JK flip-flop will toggle, correct? From Q, if it was 1, it will become 0. If it was 0, it will become 1. But this toggling will not reach output. Why it will not reach output? Because still my slave flip-flop is not activated, because it will have 1 here. Clock is 1, so it will not activate. Okay, let me show you the waveform. All of you have understood this circuit. Can I go to the waveform? Circuit is? Okay. So I will go to the waveform. You already know what is toggling, right? So you should understand the waveform now. Okay. Let us see the waveform of master and slave. at the higher clock pulse, your master will work, and at the lower clock pulse, your okay, here you do not have the waveform. I will show you here. Okay. Okay. So all of you make a note of master slave JK flip flop waveform. Master slave JK flip flop waveform. So what will happen? The circuit I had already shown you. The circuit I have already shown you. Now you make a note of this master slave JK flip flop waveform, and you have to see how toggling is not happening here. Okay, so we will have a clock pulse as we had, and because my flip flop is all pulse triggered, it will trigger for the positive pulse only. Okay. Now I am assuming that my J and K is high all the time. I'm not showing you that part. I'm assuming that J and K is high, and I'm showing you for that only. Okay. So what will happen now? When I will assume that master QM was initially 0. So as soon as your positive pulse came, what will happen? It will toggle, right? It will toggle. What about the feedback? Will I get feedback? Will my feedback change? See the circuit? In the circuit, what is happening? I am having J and K as high and high. I am assuming that initially it was, my feedback was such that it toggled. Will the feedback change again now? The feedback will not change. Why it will not change? Because whatever toggling is happening will remain at QM. It will not pass further. Why it will not pass further? Because the slave is not activated yet. Slave is activated only when clock becomes 0 here. With this inverter, clock becomes 1, and then only slave will be activated. Slave will not be activated until and unless clock becomes 0. So your feedback does not change. In the previous case, what was happening? Your feedback was changing all the time. But now what I have done is, because of this slave and because of this extra control, I am not having a changed feedback. So this QM will remain high, and it will toggle only when my next clock pulse comes. When my next positive edge comes. See here, when it has toggled, QM became from 0 to 1 at this, and it will become toggle again only when my next positive level comes. So this toggling will happen only when the next positive pulse come, and like this only toggling will happen for QM. And this is QM. What will happen to QM bar? QM bar is exactly opposite of your QM. It will appear as mirror image, but anyway, you need to draw all that. So this is my QM bar. Now, this QM and QM bar are the input of my slave. And when this slave will work, this slave will work only when negative pulse come. Now you see this, at positive pulse, nothing will happen to slave. But as soon as the negative pulse come, I will show with the dotted line about the negative pulse. Whenever this negative pulse is coming, whenever this negative pulse is coming, then only my slave will work. My slave will change then only. So the slave will come and change its state based upon the input of QM. So when QM is high, and your other input, you can check back the circuit again. See here, when QM is high, what will happen? It will set this flip flop. This is an SR flip flop only. When QM is high, it will set. It will set means QS will become high. Set means QS will become high. So now this is my QS, and setting will happen here, and there will be no change because it is not having any type of feedback. And what will happen now? You can see here that QM bar is high at this negative edge. QM bar is high at this negative edge, and that was what? That was your reset. So it will change its state at the negative edge like this. So this is how with one clock cycle or half clock cycle delay, your slave will follow the master. Your slave will follow the master. So now you can see in this circuit, again you will get a mirror image of QS bar as QS. So nothing much to worry with this. You can simply draw it. But what you can see here, master became one here. Slave became one after this half clock cycle. Same way, master became low here and slave became low after this half clock cycle. So slave will follow the master after a delay of half clock cycle. And because feedback is, what do you say, feedback is shielded because of this clock control, that is why this feedback is stopped. This feedback does not come here because this is in not working state, and this continuous feedback is stopped. That is why toggling does not happen here. Is this part clear? How I am helping out with this toggling? How this toggling is not happening because this feedback is being stopped from the slave part. So this toggling does not happen. So that is our third solution. Third solution with respect to toggling problem. So there are three solutions. One of the solution is most common solution, that is master slave JK flip flop. So this is about your JK flip flop, toggling problem, race around problem, and solution. Yes, is it clear?